years.
What's the trend?
The trend is always making excuses. Doc, we get it. Taking over a team in the middle of the season is hard. It's hard. We get it. Just like getting traded in the middle of the season is hard for a player. We get it. But it's always an excuse. It's always throwing your team under the bus. They lose to Memphis. Oh, it's his players' fault. Memphis was playing G League guys and two-way guys. And then you look at his quotes over the weekend. Now he wants to take credit for the James Harden trade to the Clippers working out. He wants credit for that. There's never accountability with that guy.
I told our owners when they called, I said, I think I don't understand why you're doing this, and they said, one of the things they said was, well, it doesn't matter. We've done it now, and we want you. And so that was a tough one. That's where you had to hesitate.
JJ Redick's first day back on First Take this year was a big one. Boy, he came in saying what was on his mind. He came back and literally gave his perspective on his former coach. So we're getting in this new era where players are voicing their opinions, and I feel like I like it. I like hearing that. But in response to him saying that, look what Pat Bev said. This man, Doc, actually saved your career, started you when no one else wanted to, and you retire and go on TV and say that. Well, if you know JJ, he was already on violence, so of course he got right back. Pat, my guy, I had a 4-year offer with a player option for the same money to be a starter for a different team. Fuck out of here, saved my career. Well, if you know Pat Bev, podcast Pat, you know he was going to come right back with it. Why didn't you take it then? You was comfy in your role with the team. Don't just say L.A. Now, I don't know if y'all followed that Clippers team, specifically those Clipper teams during that time, but I can't say that I don't agree with what Pat Bev said that he saved his career. I kind of didn't understand that. Like, for me, it just I'm just not seeing it just from what we already know, JJ, like what he does and what he did. I feel like that dude always kind of did what he was supposed to do on his team. So I think Pat was just trying to defend Doc a little bit too quick, and of course he's defending his coach. So I get it. But let's go back to that. So those was JJ Redick's numbers while he played for the Clippers. Besides that first year, I'm pretty sure he probably got, I can't remember the 35 games. I think either he got traded mid-season or he had to get hurt, because if you look at everything else, 78, 75, 78 out of 82, averaged 16 and 15. I mean, I don't know too many dudes that's doing that. And he shot good like efficiently. He was very efficient with those numbers too. And I'm pretty sure he was like top 5 in three-point percentage those years. So I'm not really sure what he meant by he saved his career when nobody wanted to start him. But one thing we know, Pat Bev gonna be Pat Bev, man. So I kind of like the back and forth. I like this type of stuff because I know Pat Bev is gonna make some content out of this. He's gonna jump on his podcast. Hopefully they can make a podcast. That'd actually be interesting to watch, to see them just talk. But I don't know, man. How do y'all feel about this whole drama, man? Is Doc Rivers overrated? Now, when it comes to coaches, we all can agree that Doc Rivers, I don't know a coach that doesn't have more than one ring that has seen the amount of talent Doc has. It's almost like he was putting these opportunities, he was putting these positions, and he still doesn't achieve. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I kind of feel what JJ was saying. Like, I don't know how he keeps on getting jobs and Mark Jackson still hasn't been hired. And he's the reason why the Warriors are the Warriors. Steve Kerr got the credit for Mark Jackson's work. Let's just call it what it is. And I'm not going to just not give a knock to Steve Kerr because he just was put in position and he kind of just been good enough to keep his job. But when you coach a team like a dynasty like that, it's hard for you to, as a coach, because this is a players' league. If the team's doing bad or the team player ain't happy, the coach is out of there. I don't know. It typically seems like maybe Doc Rivers is liked by his players while they're playing for him, and then like later on they all come out and say how they really felt, because if he's continuously getting these jobs, like I never heard, besides the James Harden thing, I never really heard star players that he played with that he had problems with. I know Blake and Chris Paul had their own problems, but as far as like them not liking Doc, I don't know how far that shit could go. But I don't know, man. I'm waiting to see what Pat Bev say because I know he's gonna go on a podcast and do his podcast shit. So I want to see that, man. I think JJ's good for TV, man. He's been on. I literally was talking to somebody last night and I was telling him, like, where's JJ? Did Stephen A kick him off because he was schooling him? And then the next day he's there. That's why it was like ironic. So shout out to JJ, man. Shout out to everybody involved, man. What y'all think in the comments, man? Let me know, man. Was Pat Bev, was he reaching saying that Doc saved JJ's career? Was JJ keeping it real with his perspective on Doc? Is Doc a NBA plant? I don't know. Y'all let me know, man. It's your boy Wayne. My life, not yours. Don't play yourself. Pray for yourself.